Folks, welcome to DocTalk. Thanks for joining us. It is going to be a fun show. We have Dr. Mark Hilton here with us from Elanco Animal Health, and we're going to talk about easier ways to deliver calves or to assist in delivering calves. Stay tuned. Enjoy the show.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com. This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine. Your stem cells, your health, your life.
Hey folks, welcome to DocTalk. Welcome back our friend and colleague, Dr. Mark Hilton. Thanks for being here.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
We're going to have a fun show today. Something that you have spent a lot of time studying, things that happen on a day-to-day basis. We're going to talk about things that go on during calving. And the first one that we jump right into is when do you intervene, or when do you call the vet, or when do you help that cow?
Yep. And so I think the charts that are written about stage 1 and stage 2 labor are confusing to the owners. So when I was in practice in Iowa, I thought, what's a better way that we can help the producers, because they're all worried about calling too soon. Oh, I don't want to call too soon. Spend that money that I don't need to. Well, 9 times out of 10, they didn't call too soon, you know? And so we wanted to help them. How can we do this? And I got to thinking about it. I read different articles, and I thought, if I just give them one rule to remember, I think that'll do it. So our rule was progress every hour. So if that cow or heifer is not making progress from 7 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the morning, either the owner needs to intervene or they need to call and get us out on the farm to see what's going on. Because in no situation should you not have progress every hour. If an old cow isn't progressing, that calf may be coming the wrong direction. You know, how many times in your career have you heard a producer on a cow be, well, gosh, she's a 6-year-old cow. I can't believe she's having any trouble. And they wait and wait and wait, and there's a leg back or it's breached and the calf's dead by the time you get there. You know, I didn't enjoy delivering dead calves. I wanted to get live calves out. So we had calving clinics for our clients every spring, talking to them about how to put the chains on the leg, you know, how to do things, when to call. But one of the big ones was progress every hour. That animal needs to have.
So when they go from kind of standing off by themselves, and then when they start to actually push, we want to make sure something is.
And I use the water sack as kind of my focal point of what's going on. And sure, on a breech calf, a lot of times you don't even see that, so a more astute owner is going to say, here's a 7-year-old cow that's off by herself for the last hour, just not acting right. Get her in. What's it cost for the owner to put a sleeve on, clean her up, and reach in and go, that doesn't feel right. I better call Doc and see what's going on.
That's a tail.
Yeah. But when you see that water sack, an hour later you should see the feet sticking out. An hour later the calf should be on the ground. That's progress.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's easy to remember.
Okay. Well, you've got a lot of things going on, but one of the things you wanted to talk to people too before we jump into calving was
NCBA,
National Cattlemen's Beef Association.
Yeah, I think it's a great organization. I'm a member. I'm sure you're a member too. It costs me 41 cents a day to be a member of NCBA, and the work that they do for us, I'm a real strong supporter. We had really strong leadership in DeWitt, Iowa. Jerome Birkin's the first guy I think of that was our county cattlemen's, our state cattlemen's, national cattlemen's, and he got more members than anybody that I know of. But he always said, if you got a complaint and you're not a member, you don't have a voice.
Yep.
You need to have a voice, and yeah, I'm really passionate about state cattlemen's associations, NCBA.
Organized cattlemen's organizations.
Yep.
Helping us keep everybody in business. We're going to take a break, folks. Make sure that you join NCBA, and when we come back, we're going to start going through some of the different things you need to be doing when your cows are trying to have a calf.
This segment brought to you by the Arab Shrine Circus, coming to the Kansas Expo Center February 15th through the 18th. For ticket information, visit ArabShrineCircus.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, it's Shrine Circus time! Enjoy a weekend of thrills, chills, and tons of fun at the Kansas Expo Center February 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th. See lions and tigers, elephants, high-flying trapeze artists, and watch a man shot out of a cannon. And Johnny Rocket, everyone's favorite, is back. For more information, visit ArabShrineCircus.com and be sure to thank our corporate sponsor, Security Benefit, the Arab Shrine Circus. Don't you dare miss it!
We do business with Blueville because of the quality of their work. It is excellent quality, and because they make a commitment to their customers.
We enjoy the benefits of hiring a good company to help us maintain this home.
We will always do business with Blueville. We have for many, many years, and there's no reason for us to look for any other service.
This segment brought to you by Santa Fe Trail Meats in Overbrook. Visit us online at sftmeats.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to DocTalk. Dr. Dan Thomson here with Dr. Mark Hilton, and we actually have some videos here, right,
Yes.
Doc? Where we're going to show you some things that go on during calving or things that you need to be monitoring when you're helping assist with a cow that's calving. Okay.
So the first video that I'm going to show is my technician actually, and I read an article about the Utrecht method of delivering calves when I was early in practice. I'd probably only been out of practice or in practice 5 years. And I thought this makes sense versus the way I was taught from school to launch the calf out. You know, in nature, a cow takes a lot of time having a calf, and this seemed more normal to me. Utrecht is in the Netherlands, it's the vet school, very well known for obstetrics. So I read the article and actually got a chance later that day to try it out. One of my clients called with a heifer trying to have a calf. And I'll give you the punch line right off the bat. When we were done, he looked at me and said, "That's the darndest thing I've ever seen in my life." So it made me feel good. So the first thing we do on this Utrecht method, when we know the calf's in the right position, we put our arms inside, we put gloves on our arms, put lube on, clasp hands together, and then start dilating the vagina on that cow. Just sitting here pushing out, opening up that birth canal. So this video is going to show this, and I think the video takes about a minute and a half. So we don't spend a lot of time doing it.
Walk us through what we're seeing here.
So Rachel's got her arms again inside that cow. You're looking at the video, and she's moving her arms laterally to expand the birth canal of the cow. And she's got her arms as far as she can get in there, and she's working pretty hard at it. And now the heifer, that when the owner called, was laying around for the last hour with the water sac out and had quit pushing. Now the heifer's pushing again. So the cow, we've got this heifer back in active labor. So she's really helping us on the situation. But I'll sit and do this for about a minute to a minute and a half. And I always kid the vet students, and I tell them, I said, if you start to get tired, tell the owner you've left something in the truck, and you go get something and put the gloves on them and let them dilate her for a while so that you don't get,
a phone
too
call,
tired. Right, yeah, exactly.
Whenever I have students with me, that's the old trick.
Right.
Have someone call me when the work gets heavy.
Yeah, that's right. So she's just looked at me and said, I don't think I'm making any more progress now. I think I've got her about as much as I can do. So that's the first thing that we do.
Okay. So then, after you get her dilated and you've given her the help, the assistance, got her working back, what are we going to do next?
So the next thing we do is we lay the cow down. So this is a video, and it shows the double half hitch method of laying a cow down. Now, I know what people are going to say as soon as they see this video. Boy, I would love to have 3 extra people helping me on an OB. I can do this with the owner and myself. So the student is pulling on the chains, making the cow have a contraction. The other student is pulling on the rope, laying the cow down. The cow's down now sternally, and we want to get the cow laying laterally. So we're going to grab a hold, let the cow sit there for about 5 seconds. Let her get her bearings of laying down. We don't want her jumping back up. We grab a hold of the rope, and we pull to the side so the cow is laying out laterally. And again, I can do that by myself. If I've only got myself and the owner and we both have to pull the cow over, I'll take the rope from the cow and tie it off on a gate so that rope around her belly is tight so she stays laying down.
Perfect.
Now we're ready to go.
All right, well, we're ready for a break. When we come back, more with Dr. Mark Hilton.
Sure Crop Fertilizers was started by my father, Don Sherman, and my mother, Shirley Sherman. Family business that started in the 80s. We predominantly focus on plant nutrients and what we can do to give growers better responses with the fertilizer dollars that they do, and what we can do to make those things work better for the grower. We're based out of Seneca, Kansas. We work with growers in their soil analysis to figure out what they need, and then we can put those in a blend that gives them the best results, and so that we can deliver that direct to their farm, so that they have those nutrients where they need them, when they need them, and so that they can apply them in a manner that's very efficient to them and works well on their planting systems and what they're doing. Sure Crop Fertilizers has been around for a long time. We always say we're big enough to take care of everything you need, but we're small enough to do it quickly. You can get a hold of us at 1-800-635-4743. Our website is surecropfertilizers.com, and you can always email me at Corey@surecropfertilizers.com, and with any questions you have, and we're glad to answer it and work with you.
I'm Rexanne Strew, veterinarian in Western Iowa. I have a veterinary clinic and started doing stem cell therapy on dogs in August of 2014. And after the first 2 dogs, after 3 weeks, I saw such dramatic results. I said, hey, I have arthritis. I have joints that really need this help. Where can I go to get this done? I had stem cell therapy done in November of 2014 on my finger joints, my hip, and the ball of my left foot, all of which I'd had real severe problems with. Saw a pretty dramatic improvement in a short amount of time. I would certainly recommend that somebody don't wait until I'm in the position that I was in with the damage already done to my joints. I encourage veterinarians to use it for their animals, and I encourage anybody who sees this video, if you have need, get in contact with these people, because this is a phenomenal place to have this done.
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
This Prevention Works Minute, brought to you by Beringer Ingelheim Vet Medica, Inc.
Hey folks, welcome to our Prevention Works Minute. This is an outstanding segment, and I'm really glad that we're getting to do this when we talk about preventative medicine for cattle. Biosecurity is important, and a good key component to that is vaccination. When we vaccinate an animal, one thing you need to understand is that they do not work immediately. Matter of fact, it takes 7 to 14 days before the animal, once it's vaccinated, to actually start having an immune response that produces antibodies that are specific for a disease in which we would vaccinate them for. So if I vaccinate a calf for IBR, it's 7 to 14 days before that animal is protected or has antibody to neutralize IBR virus. Once we get out there to 14 to 21 days, the body has memory cells for IBR. That's why we give them a booster, and we get that booster in our titer response. Vaccines don't work immediately, but they're really good for prevention.
Ag Promo Source is a unique group of marketing specialists with one mission: help your ag business grow. Each affiliate has their own area of expertise, and they work together to bring you advice, products, and services. To get started, visit agpromosource.com. Ag Promo Source. Together we grow.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission. Progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Hey folks, welcome back to DocTalk. Dr. Dan Thomson here with Dr. Mark Hilton. We're looking at ways to help intervene with calving difficulties with cow or heifer. And Dr. Hilton, we've laid the heifer down in lateral recumbency, and now we have the next stages.
Right. And actually, before I hit this video, I'm going to say, you know, look at me physically. Do I look like somebody that's going to overpower an adult cow? Probably not. So when that cow's standing up, she's in charge. A lot of bad things can happen. She can sit on the calf, she can jump to the side real fast, and just theoretically, if my left middle finger was in the little hook at the end of the calf jack and she jumped to the side real quick, she could theoretically rip the epidermis right off that finger. That's my palpating hand. So if that doesn't work for 2 weeks, that's not good for my business. So just theoretically, not that it's ever happened, one could fall down and break the breechin, the part that goes around the rump. Costs about $80 to get that welded because it's aluminum, just theoretically. Yeah. So bad things can happen. Once the cow's on the ground, I'm in charge. Nothing bad's going to happen.
Right.
And so here's a video of us, and these are some students that have never done this before. They've watched the video, and they said, okay, we can deliver this calf. So the student has her hand in above the calf's head. We have the chains on the calf. The calf jack comes straight out from the cow. You will not see us bending the calf jack down to the bottom of the legs. That compromises the calf's ability to breathe. Calves need to come straight out the back. A lot of people were taught incorrectly on this.
Oh yeah, to use it as a lever.
Right, and that's not what you want to do. We're taking our time. The only time we're pulling on the calf jack is when the cow is pushing. When the cow physically push. This is a big calf. I think he weighed 114 pounds, so it's a very large calf. Again, you see all the people in this picture. I do these at 2 o'clock in the morning with myself and the owner. It's a veterinarian and the owner, or an owner and neighbor. 2 people can easily do this. It doesn't take 4 people. So the head just popped out. You can see a little bit of the vagina popped out too, so she's going to push that back in. I've got one of the students putting a straw in the calf's nose, getting it to start taking a breath. A lot of times I'll have the owner do that, get them started breathing, maybe put their hand in the calf's mouth to get some of that fluid out. You can see that she just supported the calf's head. We don't want the calf's head bending down. We want it supported. That fluid that just came out of the calf, that came out of its stomach. It did not come out of its lungs.
Okay.
And the old method of holding a calf upside down or swinging it, bad idea. That compromises their respiratory ability. Look at our chains. They're not even tight right now. We're taking our time, letting the calf slide out. Now, if we get in a hurry right here, we're going to hip lock the calf.
Yep.
Because we're taking a break, we're allowing the calf to twist the calf. She's just relaxing. That calf's going to naturally want to twist. It just happened right there. It just twisted. We're going to give a little bit of a tug on the chains, but now the hips are in the right position, and the calf's going to, there it twisted a tiny bit more, and the calf's going to slide right out. No fuss, no mess. Nice, calm, everybody's doing their job, and we don't get excited trying to, make a world record of getting a calf out. We do it slow, we do it easy, and it goes really well.
Thank you for sharing that. Folks, when we come back, we'll wrap up with calving difficulties, calving dystocia, things you can do during calving with Dr. Mark Hilton.
Healthy cows start with the new Hired Hand automatic livestock sprayer. Rancher invented to provide an efficient alternative to pour-on and injectable parasite management systems. The portable design allows cattle to treat themselves head to hoof. Strategic device placement with pass-through activation technology takes the stress out of parasite treatment for cattle and the rancher, leaving more time to tend to other vital tasks on the farm. To learn more, visit cowsprayer.com. The new Hired Hand makes healthy cows easy.
Hi, I'm Randy.
And I'm Paul from PFI.
We would like to personally invite you to stop by PFI, home of Boot Daddies.
PFI is America's Western store, covering over 50,000 square feet.
Over 25,000 boots.
Visit Saddle City with the largest selection of saddles and tack anywhere.
A huge selection of hats at Big Spur Hat Company in PFI Town.
And choose from the best brands of clothing and accessories for the entire family.
PFI, located on Highway 65 at the Battlefield exit in Springfield. And I'm not kidding.
Did you know long-range planning through the checkoff can help keep your business profitable? To successfully pass on cattle operations from one generation to the next, it's important to promote beef and keep farms and ranches profitable. Your beef checkoff helps do that.
We are Mike and
Martha
Armitage here at the A-Bar Ranch, Claremore, Oklahoma. We have a cow-calf production company, and we also have a marketing company. We have entertained groups brought to us by the Beef Checkoff, such as South Korean media that covered our operation and brought the good news back to South Korea.
That was a really neat experience, and that we got to have young people from another country that we got to experience a lot of different things in their culture, but got to share our culture too.
We live on the Squaw Creek Ranch. Here is a division of the A-Bar Ranch.
As a wife and a mother, and also with my background in more of a health field, I look at just the nutritional value, and it's great that the Beef Checkoff offers that kind of information to the consumers that are out there.
We both are proud to come from agricultural, more specifically ranching backgrounds.
My dad is a part of the Beef Checkoff board, and so the Beef Checkoff has been something that we promote and that we support what it has to offer.
Not everybody who's in agriculture is tech savvy on Facebook and through social media. Most people in the city happen to be, and they are very disconnected from our day-to-day routines, and that's one thing that makes me proud of the Beef Checkoff, them going to bat for us. From those who aren't necessarily anti-ag, but just simply don't know and they aren't getting the information.
As producers, we're strong supporters of that and hope that many of you out there realize all of the different things that the Beef Checkoff brings to the table for us as producers.
No matter where, no matter why, the Veterinary Health Center at Kansas State University is committed to providing quality patient care to animals and exceptional customer service to their owners. From routine checkups to emergency and specialty care, our world-renowned specialists and experienced professionals are here to discover, to teach, and to heal.
Let us know.
How can I help? How can we help?
This segment brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook or Twitter.
Folks, welcome back to DocTalk. We're jumping back in here. Dr. Mark Hilton, thank you so much. This is really cool stuff.
Appreciate it, yeah. And like I said, it's helped me a lot on how to deliver calves a lot better way than what I was taught. So I'm going to continue this video. So once we get this calf out, get the chains off his feet and put the chains in a bucket, because you drop them on the ground and they're lost forever. Right. So I always told the students, put them in the bucket. I don't think they got this one right. I think they ended up on the ground. But get the calf up on its sternum right away, because that way both lungs are going to inflate the best. And so the students are trained, they know to do that. So they're just going to push this calf up, get him up on his sternum so he can get a nice big breath. And yeah, everybody's happy. Live calf, the cow did great. The owner called me later and told me how great the calf did. But I mean, I've just got story after story of our students going out and using this method to deliver calves, where they're used to the old veterinarian delivering the old way, fast, and the cow's standing up and she falls down, and they're so appreciative of this way that I think is way better to deliver calves.
Well, it's just easier on everybody. I mean, the cow, you as the veterinarian as well. And I can still see my granddad taking his shirt off and standing out there in a barn to pull a calf when in Southwest Iowa, just colder than Billy heck. And you know, we have to continue to evolve.
Yes.
As a practice.
Yeah.
What you know, when you work with producers and you work with veterinary students and things of that nature, what are some of the things that, you know, when you're talking to them about dystocia, what are some of the things that you see that are typically, you know, the old wives' tales that just aren't true?
You know, I'm just going to go back to the thing that we tell them over and over is progress every hour. Because she did fine last year, so she just needs a little more time. And I'm a really conservative person, but on obstetrics, I want to get right in there and make sure everything's fine. I think veterinarians need to teach their owners to reach in and feel what's going on. And if they know what's going on and they think, hey, I can handle this, then handle it. But if they reach in and like, I don't know what's going on here, that's the time to call us. Because the chances that we've seen something weird is pretty good if we've been out in practice for a while. Whereas the farmer, you know, if he's got 100 cows, he may only deliver 2 calves a year and then have, you know, 10 months to kind of forget how to do it. If I only do something once a year, I'm not very good at it either. So
yeah, it's kind of like, you know, when you reach in there, you know what is normal.
Yes.
And if you know what normal is, anything that's not that, call.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I can't find the head. You know, don't start pulling if you just feel 2 feet. You know, it might be the head back. You start pulling a frontwards calf with the head back, you've made the problem a lot worse. So,
well, thank you for all you do for the industry, and thanks for
Dan.
being here with us.
Yeah.
Folks, thanks for watching Doc Talk. Remember, always work with your local veterinarian. If you want to know more about what we do on the show, you can find us at www.doctalktv.com. I'm Dr. Thompson, here with Dr. Mark Hilton, and I'll see you down the road.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.